Let's go into the Reddit questions since we're done with all of our topics. Actually, maybe let's go back a little. GSL coming up. Is it? It's very soon, right? Hug. Don't be like my man. Listen, I got you for another hour, so you gotta be patient, bitch. GSL. No, he's always the one impatient. Like he's got fucking fire on his ass and he has to leave. GSL finals this weekend. It's Rain versus Bjol. Didn't think Rain would make it past Maru. I think making it past Curious was pretty reasonable. And then Bjol beating SOS like it was nothing. Todd, what do you think of this final? Obviously, I'm pretty sure you're a little bit biased for Rain because of my insanity, right?
What do I have to do with my insanity?
Well, you want Penguin to get the win so that like the foreign scene is like, yeah, we gotta win, right? No, maybe,
What
perhaps.
the fuck?
No, okay. Well, fuck you.
Just shut up, man. I mean, I'm pretty happy to see Rain do well again. Like, and pretty surprised. I didn't think he was gonna beat Maru. Actually, it's funny because like I don't really watch live, and usually I much rather watch VODs. But with these games, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait, and then if Rain wins, I'll watch the VODs. But then when Rain won, I had this like mentality where I was like telling myself, there's probably some bullshit that happened, where like he got really lucky with shit, and it's probably not worth viewing because then it's never gonna happen in my game. So you guys can probably tell me better what you think. Like, how were the games? Who watched that?
Oh, so you didn't even see it?
No.
Okay. Oh, so basically they had a very sick macro game in game one, and then as they went later towards the series, Maru started getting
Yeah, who won
cheeky
the macro
with
game?
the first real macro game. Rain won, but it was kind of close. It was a very good game. He basically won with his Warp Prism, Zealot Harass, and Maru was just being Maru super aggressive, but Rain held on at the same time. And then on King Seong, Maru went with a gas first, and Rain scouted it with a probe. So he has shut down the gas first immediately, and then he went for the Stalker counterattack. So he won that game too. And then Merry-Go-Round was Merry-Go-Round was actually also a standard macro game, but as you might remember, Merry-Go-Round is kind of hard for Protoss, so he couldn't really hold on to his 3 bases in the end. And he held the first medevac attack, but then he pushed out to do the counterattack, and then he got I think he got base traded, if I remember correctly. So he lost on Merry-Go-Round anyway. And then on Deadwing, the final game, Rain just scouted CC first, and he just went for like 2 base Void Ray Mass Gateway all-in. And he just kind of killed Maru. Like, Maru was moving out with his small Bioforce to do like the usual pylon scouting or whatever. So he got caught in a couple of force fields, and then Rain killed the destructible rocks on Deadwing, and Maru didn't have any bunkers over there, so Rain just won there. But he said later in the interview that he was like 100% confident to win on Deadwing ever since early game, when he was just his strategy alone. He was super confident with the proxy voidery against CC first. But it was a good series, but if you want to learn, then you should definitely watch Vanny Research Station.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Moro,
guess I
for
will do
that.
that.
Yeah.
That was very long, but I liked it. Hug does not look pleased 1 minute. He was thinking, shut the fuck up for like the last 5 minutes.
But yeah, Rain versus Bjorn, guys. Who wins? Quick, just a score. It's a best of 7. Huck, what score?
Rain wins 4-2.
4-2? Maynard,
I was about to say the exact same thing. Rain 4-2.
my man. Moro.
I don't care.
Alright,
Desro's never gonna sub to you, Marlon.
What about you? What about you, Todd?
I think Bill's gonna win.
Yeah.
Like, he beat two really sick Protoss to make it to the finals, so he's pretty good in the matchup. Probably, I'd say 4-3.
Yeah. I think 4-3 sounds.
Protosses need to stop winning tournaments, because then we can't win, even though our race is really weak. It's unacceptable. Like guys like Moro whining when they play like the race that has Medivacs and Widow Mines is like every time I facepalm, like I'm not even kidding you. Like every time I see a tweet, every time I see a comment or anything on Reddit, I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like if I could mute you for my life, I would actually do it.
Do you
I love you,
still
man.
follow me?
I don't follow you. I
Okay,
still
don't
some.
follow me anymore. Okay, that's a good move.
You gotta kill him, man. That's how you mute someone in real life. You gotta kill them. It's your only option at this point.
It's a little bit extreme, man.
No, you can do it.
Yo, Todd, you remember like when Bjall joined Fnatic? Like the first time you showed him to me, you're like, this kid was good in Brood War, and then like I entered the Fnatic house, and you have like this kid just playing ladder all day in the little corner, like with no name, with no fame to his name.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny because like he used to be really not that good. Like when he first joined Fnatic, he was like as a sort of talent. Like his nickname was like Park in ladder, all caps. Maybe you played against him, Hug, sometimes, I don't know. And then he really wasn't that good at all. I remember going to a PC cafe and like comparing my Grandmaster ladder with him, and he was like far, far below. And then I don't know what happened to him. I guess he just like persevered through it, and then it really stick with the game. And then at some point he got really sick. Actually, funny story about him. Like when he joined Fnatic, the first night he got to the team house, they went to drink with the live Rain and all these guys. And like literally the first night he's sleeping in the house, he comes back really drunk at like 1 a.m. and he puked all over the place. Welcome to the team house.
Isn't that wonderful? But yeah, guys, let's go for the Reddit Q&A. If you have any questions, get on Reddit now. It's not too late. Ask your questions on Twitter with the hashtag SC2Remax. Okay, let's just get with the questions real quick. Man, Todd, I was so invested in your story, I like didn't do anything, so now I'm not prepared. I feel sad.
Do your job.
Yeah. Totally Todd's fault.
Yeah, of course. Okay, at Huck, other than Jinro's Night Terror story, do you have any other funny stories from the OGS or Slayer's house? Thanks for doing the show, Despero. Well, that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I got stories for days, man. There was a story. I guess I'll do Slayer's house. There's one time, got a little too drunk with Boxer, and I yelled at him and cursed him out a little bit. And then Greg was drinking too. I think I flipped the table, maybe. I can't remember exactly. But Greg ended up like throwing up all over the place, and he was like not to be seen the next day for more than half the day. I don't know, dude. OGS house, like, there's a lot of things. We used to scream and cheer when Nanawa lost. The whole house, like literally, we would all stop practicing and watch Nanawa play, and then if he started losing, we'd just like start like literally. Korean kids, like the whole house, there's like, I don't know, 10, 15 of us. Everybody's standing up on their chairs, just screaming and dancing.
Like monkeys?
Yeah, exactly. I have like videos on an old phone somewhere, I'm sure. Just a lot of crazy stuff like that. We used to play this game, this racing game, to see who paid for ice cream. And we used to like, I don't know, mess around a lot. I used to kidnap Pater, drag him into the shower and spray him down if he talked too much shit. Like I would literally just grab him, drag him into the shower, and then hose him down with his clothes on and everything. There's so many stories, man. There's so many stories.
What about Jinro losing? Wasn't there, like, I think one time, I was watching your stream and you said that he got up and he smashed his head against the wall, and like there was a hole in the wall or something.
There's holes in the wall at the OGS house from Jinro. He would, I don't know what, because he plays poker now, right? So he can lose like thousands and thousands of dollars every day, and he doesn't get that tilted. But in StarCraft 2, man, if he missed a supply depot or something, literally that was it. He like broke one of the headphones from Razer once. He would like have to walk out in the hallway. He would like literally be so pissed, he'd be in tears, and he would like punch holes in the wall and stuff. But those really aren't that's just like fucked up shit, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
One time, Jinro almost committed suicide accidentally. He had a night terror, and we were like really high up in a building, and he kicked out the window. And if there weren't bars in the window, he would have literally just fell out the window. I don't know, dude. There's like tons of stories that I could tell you. I used to fuck around like an immature kid and push all the elevator buttons when Korean people would get in, and I'd be leaving. just setting a bad precedent for all white people coming into the country in the
Giving
future.
us the rep.
That's why they hate us, man. That's why they hate us. I don't know. There's tons of like just stupid shit that we used to do. It was a great time. Great time.
Nice. All right. What do you think of Blizzard adding another ability to Ghost rather than fixing Snipe more? Are you happy that Snipe is gone?
No, I kind of like Snipe. So I really don't like new ability with the drone thing, reducing the armor. Yeah, not much to say. Like you can still EMP Templars, but it's like if there's a Templar walking in, you can throw 50 mana with Snipe, or you can use like 150 energy EMPing it. So I guess that will be harder.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the short Starcraft film that was posted today by Huck on Twitter, I guess? Well, maybe not just Huck on Twitter, but yo, this YouTube has a lot of views. Why did it do Starcraft? We're relevant again, guys. Did you guys see it? Maynard, did you see the video?
I may have been asleep, man. It's I got up at 5 a.m. for the show. Yeah. Okay. As soon as
Wow.
it started as soon as I got it started as soon as I got up. Like I haven't seen any YouTube yet.
I see. It gives like a Star Wars vibe at the beginning, like on Tatooine or something. But
I believe you.
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool little video. Chris, what did you think of it?
It was good. I mean, I wouldn't have tweeted it unless I thought it was good. I guess you could put yourself through a challenge and see. I mean, my favorite part personally was when the little boy gets killed.
Yeah, I
like
agree. That
that
was
part.
pretty good. But
Because you're like
Yeah.
expecting, he hides away and then you're like, oh, he's gonna make it. It's gonna be like a cool. Nope, just gets fucking mauled, man. That was 10 out of 10. Would watch again. I thought it was a really cool video.
Spoilers.
but
I mean, it's a fucking 5-minute thing. If you're investing your whole day into this one clip.
It
and you're
reminds
ruined
me
by
when
that.
DreamHack had Passion and they would put like a battle cruiser in the sky on their like trailer video, you know? Remember those
By
days?
the way, thanks,
Yeah.
Huck. I hadn't seen the clip, so I just opened it now, and then I was like, "Oh, this is interesting. I wonder where this
Yep.
will go." And then you said, "I liked it when the kid died."
Yep. Well.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah,
Whatever. Yeah. Now, hey, shut up, Morrow. Just
You're
shut up.
killing
Now
StarCraft.
DreamHack has like these two fucking guys like shooting in the supermarket or whatever. It's completely depressing. You guys seen that commercial? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna spoil that
It's
too?
it's not a car, man. It's
Oh my
legend.
dick.
What would you prefer to see in Legacy of the Void? Units which are more microable or more spells for units? Maynard.
Isn't that the same thing almost?
No.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Like more spells gives you more options for macro, doesn't it?
Well, it would be like sort of like Blink, you know. It gives you. It's like you can like move it more, like you can micro it more, and then or just more spells. Does
Blink
that make
is.
sense?
I don't know. See, Blink is like an ability on cooldown, but it's also a spell to me. I don't know.
I see.
If you mean stuff like that, then I would say I would prefer more micro abilities for sure.
What about you, Mo? You know
I
the
think-
ghost
I
is
think
getting a
Tara-
speed buff, right?
Yeah. But I think Terran could use more spells, whereas something like Zerg could probably use more abilities.
Isn't that the same? You said Terran
No,
could
but
use more
you just
spells
compared
and-
you just said Blink was like an ability,
Yeah, okay.
and then I assume Storm is like a spell. So
Yes.
I would want spells as Terran, because I don't think we have a lot of those. We have like EMP and Snipe. And what else do we use? Not really anything.
Okay. Next up, I'm not sure if this guy's making a joke, calling you Moonglade, Maynard, but it says at Huck, Todd, and Moonglade, did you have any caster role models or casters who you try to emulate within or outside of esports?
Moonglade.
Yeah, definitely Moonglade. No, I honestly never emulated anyone. I just basically cast StarCraft how I felt like I cast StarCraft. Like I've always been a pretty hype and pretty energetic guy, except for right now. Sorry about that. But I didn't emulate anyone, but I did certainly look up to people like Artosis and especially when I was starting, like back in 2011, Artosis, and lately I think maybe the last year and a half, Apollo's really been my role model as like just the epitome of caster. I think he's the best caster in esports, not just in StarCraft. So he's like, yeah. I think anyone that's aspiring to cast should really listen to what he has to say about it. I improve more with a weekend with him than I have just a year freestyling, easily.
Oh, interesting. What about you, Chris?
Do someone else first. I got like this fucking train or something coming across here.
What about you, Todd?
I feel like everyone, to be honest, like all the casters, they have some good and some bad things that they do. Like much like, you know, when you're a pro gamer, there is some players that you study, but like you don't always think that everything that they do is amazing. Like there's a few things here and there that you're gonna try to pick up and like include in your own cast, and like that's how I see it a lot of the time. But yeah, every time I've casted with like the biggest names out there, you know, like T9, Artosis, like Tasteless,
Maynard.
Apollo, Maynard. Yes, I was gonna say Kailaris. Like every time I cast with these guys, like I mean, most of them, to be honest, do a different thing than me because I don't really do hype. They do like a lot of hype and play-by-play, but like a lot of casters have some good things to learn from. I don't have particularly have one, I think, that I look up to.
Okay. What about you, Chris?
Well, personally, when I like wanted to get into casting, I thought like, who do I want to cast as? Someone that had like a lot of in-game knowledge and in general has just been like really passionate about the scene for a long time. Like used to be like a really good player and everything. I first thought of Tasteless. Like I thought maybe someday I could be like him, just because his in-depth stuff is so on point. If you know what I'm saying, like the strategy talk.
Tasteless?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Feel like you've been bribed by the godfather of esports.
I'm still unsure if you're trolling or not.
Of course he is.
But you better not be fucking trolling, because Tasteless is a god compared to you. Fuck.
Oh shit. Moro's got some balls.
This guy.
Damn.
Tasteless is an amazing caster.
I actually agree. I think he's really good.
Yeah, he is.
Obviously, game knowledge suffers and stuff, but you can be good without it.
Yeah, this is why I was confused. Like, Huck was talking about like an in-depth analysis. I was like, Brood War, yes, I guess. In Brood War, he was really like he knew the game like super, super well. And I guess in start of Starcraft 2 as well. Like, I think Tasteless is actually a good example to have. Sick voice, man.
It's changed over time.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but like for the better. All
Yeah,
the smoking and drinking, like, it's like the Joe Rogan of esports, Tasteless.
No, even just casting on a regular basis, your voice, like my voice over the last month has gotten a little bit deeper just from casting. No,
think so?
you don't agree? Yeah.
I think I agree too. My like my dad said my voice has changed from talking on stream all day.
Yeah.
I can't
the
really
more,
tell a difference. Like, it's like if you walked out like 1 week, we couldn't really tell a difference. Like, so maybe it's the same.
you gotta look at like old VODs of yourself or like old interviews and stuff to see it. Okay, this was
I've
very
definitely
awkward.
gotten-
Why did this get
Yeah,
so
wow.
awkward so quickly?
What?
Because
Because of your joke.
started flaming.
What?
Tasteless.
I was being serious, Maro.
It's okay. One day Tasteless will regain the passion. Okay, I'm scrolling. What is your opinion on TLO? Well, okay, that's
It's
pretty
pretty
broad.
open.
10 out of
Yeah.
10 question.
No, let's answer that. Let's answer that.
Mo, do you think he's the one true creative god? He's our savior?
No, I think he's a good player, and he's still improving. But yeah, I think he's had some rough years in terms of results. But lately, like for the last year or so, he's really been picking it up as a tournament player and so on. So I think the days of TLO just being known for the creative guy is kind of over. Like right now, he's a very good player, in my opinion.
I think when it comes to TLO, this is what we've been talking about lately a lot, is because he used to be like really try hard, like he wanted to practice like 8-10 hours a day, think nothing, live like StarCraft life all day, think about it if he's not playing all that shit. And now he's like got a more relaxed attitude, and he's like playing like Dota 2, doing other fun stuff, and like he's a happier person. So I think that's why he's playing better, to be honest, as a tournament player. Because he doesn't have as much pressure and he's like not so stressed about results. Because a huge problem when you commit to just StarCraft 2 and you set like goals for yourself is if you don't reach those goals, it's like insanely depressing and insanely like demotivating.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was really hard for me, never achieving anything. Moving on. Todd, how did you roll into Heroes of the Storm casting?
I was playing a lot of games. I got like over 2,200 games. It's probably more than that because like I don't think everything's recorded, but like on my account. But like I played a ton of games, and since I really enjoyed it, I thought why not cast it as well because I thought I had a decent level. And I know Huck probably doesn't think so because he thinks he's fucking good and like always tease me. No, but like
I listened to your cast. I thought your cast was good.
Thank you. Yeah. Just I played a lot and I wanted to cast pretty much like StarCraft, to be honest. Like any game that you have passion for, sure you should cast it. And I have plenty of passion for both StarCraft and Heroes. And Huck too, right? You cast as well.
Yeah, I casted the BlizzCon qualifier, not the LAN thing because I had a Canadian event here, but I enjoyed it actually, casting it. And like you said, I agree. Like someone like Kalaris who casts Guild Wars, Heroes, and StarCraft 2, I think it's definitely manageable to cast multiple. Yeah, Guild Wars.
Guild Wars 2 cast.
How does that work? It's like PvP, I guess. Like
Well,
WoW
like
PvP.
WoW Arena, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
But he plays, like, Kalaris is actually pretty good at Heroes, and he enjoys it a lot. And then StarCraft 2, obviously, his in-game knowledge isn't that great, but as we've said before on the show, he has, like, a good voice, he's a good caster in general, he's a good hype man, he does a lot of great, like, casting as far as, like, what's on the screen and stuff, so I definitely think it's possible to cast multiple games.
Yeah, of course, I agree with that. Much easier to cast multiple games than to play multiple games. Oh, Season 3 new maps. Did you guys see them? What do you think about them? All the backdoor rocks.
Link.
Okay.
Link.
Whoa. And the chat, and the Twitch chat, which is cancer right now.
Yeah, some new letters like completely breaking Twitch chat.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, what the fuck?
You can't...
How am I gonna take a third base again?
Lol. Yeah, timeouts and bans are broken in Twitch chat right now, so some people are gonna get permaban as soon as this gets fixed. Rep, you can stop now, and you might be, I might be merciful. But yeah, lots of backdoor rocks. At least 2 maps with backdoor rocks. Mo, what do you think of this? Are you excited for the Blink All-Ins?
We actually covered these maps before on this show.
Yes, but are you still excited?
I'm not sure if I was that excited for these maps. I don't exactly remember. I think having backdoor rocks like this maybe adds to gameplay, but I think it's like way overkill to have almost all of these maps with the same theme of backdoor rocks. And to be honest with you, I think it sucks for Terran with backdoor rocks. I think Expedition Lost taught us that.
Are you for real?
Yes.
But
it's okay if you don't agree because you don't play StarCraft anymore. So.
Okay, show a match anytime, bro. If you wanna play, let me know. It's my worst matchup, and I fucking shit in PvT, but I'll play you anytime. Let me know.
Play reverse.
Reverse? Why?
I don't play Terran. I will play me Protoss against you two.
So you don't want to play reverse? Okay, I see. So you just want to play the Protoss race?
Wait.
So that's not the same thing.
I don't think you know how this works.
Would you not play Todd in a show match, Marlon? Really?
Whoa! What a role play.
That is pretty...
If there's money on the line, sure.
Yeah, 100 of your dollars, 100 of his.
No, Roddy will give the prize. You'll do.
Okay, even that.
I'm not made of money, man. I can't just put.
But
money.
You're a pro player, and you're saying that he doesn't play StarCraft 2, and you're not going to play him.
Yeah, but I'm
How can you talk shit like that and then not step up to the plate? Like, I would never be like, yo, man, you fucking suck at basketball. I could beat you anytime. And he's like, all right, let's play right. I can't do that, man. I can't do that.
we were talking about like game knowledge, not who's the better player, and I think the Expedition Lost proved that.
You're pussing out
Expedition
here.
Lost proved that a backdoor rock is just it's bad for Terran.
No, it didn't do that. Like it proved that there can be like some very good builds to play with the backdoor rocks, and
Okay,
then
so
that when
what
fucking
Terran
Terran
build?
learned to
What
finally pay
Terran build
attention to
can
that
you?
shitty immortal bust, then they didn't lose to it anymore. But every time they went back to basically saying he's probably not gonna immortal bust, right? Because he doesn't need to do that. But then every time like guys like Maru didn't expect it again when Hero did it against him, so that's why they lost. But like if you prepare properly, you don't die to it, and then it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So what can Terran do with the backdoor rocks?
You can fucking like defend, get bunkers and shit. It's
No,
possible.
I mean, what advantage do we have with these rocks?
You don't particularly have an advantage
Okay,
in
so
relation to in relation to the rocks, but actually you do have one. If Protoss doesn't do that, do the immortal boss, then they have to take a regular third. And if you take a regular third, then you die to drops because the main is just so far away from the third base. You can scan from
uh,
observers and do the medevac drop. I've seen your stream sometimes. You do
but
it. You
but
abuse
told,
it.
yeah, told I mainly meant against Zerg because you're right that it does have an advantage and a disadvantage against Protoss. Like on Expedition Lost, it starts out being good for Protoss because they can
Okay,
use it
I
for like
agree with you.
immortal
Against
base.
Zerg, the map is unplayable. Like I've watched some TVZ and casted some on it. Against Zerg, it's almost unwinnable against a good Zerg.
But yeah, later the rocks are good for Terran because we have another path we can attack in from. But overall, it's bad for Terran because against Zerg, it's only a big disadvantage to have the backdoor rocks. So that's why I think seeing so many maps with this theme is just like sure it's exciting, but at the same time I can't help to feel that it's just straight up bad for me.
Yeah, but depending on like the entire map overlay, though, it might be entirely different, like with the situations that you see. Because Expedition Lost is like a very specific map with like two different third base that you can take, and then you have the rocks near your main. Like looking at these maps, okay, I'm having like I can't really picture the same thing as on Expedition happening.
Yeah, that
So,
is true. Like, yeah, like it's hard for me to imagine how the games would be, but that is basically my first impression of the maps that I'm seeing too much of the backdoor rocks and I don't like it. Secondly, we're seeing too much of these gold bases and I don't like that too.
Yo, gold bases with Protoss, it's like fucking cancer, man. There's nothing good for Protoss with gold bases. There hasn't been since fucking Habitation Station, and then
No,
even
that's it.
Habitation Station, it was like I don't know, like not like a neutral thing. I think gold bases are like one of the dumbest things in the game. I
Yeah.
think they should just be removed. Period.
Yeah,
But,
I think it makes like early game CVP pretty stupid. Like the Zerg takes a lot of different gold bases and it becomes kind of like it.
It makes the game too.
Either it makes no difference to have a gold base in a matchup. Like in TVP, it doesn't make a big difference on like Terraform. You're watching that. There's probably not going to be any race that takes the gold base there, perhaps, but it can make a big difference. And I think only for the negative in PVC early game. I don't know. It looks kind of random to me when you include
yeah,
the
when I
gold
looked at the
bases.
maps just now, all I saw was that I can't already take a third base like comfortably on Echo and Coda, and now on these fucking maps, man,
Yeah,
the
it's
third base
even
just
harder.
seems like so freaking hard.
Yeah, it seems very troublesome for if you're a Protoss player on these maps.
Speaking
But then
of,
then again,
yeah, go ahead.
it was the same theme as going from the last map pool to this map pool. I also felt like these new maps would be bad for Protoss against Terran at least. So it just seems to be going more and more towards that.
But yeah, it seems like the returning maps are not that great for Protoss. Cactus Valley, Iron Fortress, which have yet to be. They haven't said if they're gonna pick the GSL version, which would be sad in my opinion. And then Coda. So those are the returning maps. Do you like those maps, Maynard, as a caster?
Well, as a caster, I mean, the maps, as long as it's not Inferno pools, are usually not a factor. Like
I see.
Inferno pools for me, I dislike looking at it. That's all you have to worry about when you're a caster. Like the maps is kind of the player's business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really disliked Echo actually to look at, so I'm glad it's not coming
What about you, Huck? What do you think about these maps?
as a caster.
Yeah,
No,
that
as
was-
a player, actually.
I don't know. It's really hard to know until you play them. I always say that. I don't really want to comment. I don't like gold bases. That would be the biggest gripe. On top of that, if I was making maps, I would always say take out watchtowers and stuff. But, you know, I just think that the more fighting, you know, like the more emphasis you put on active scouting and active, you know, having to put a marine in a certain choke to see if anything's coming or whether that's a probe, observer, whatever. I think that's better, that pull and take that's always there, and watchtowers kind of dumb that down. So I would like to see all watchtowers removed from maps, all gold bases removed as well, and then just go from there. But as far as the maps, I just have to play them and see.
Man, I really wish there were more tournaments about how to dodge a subject, because Moore would have won GSL a long time ago. I really hope you play Todd in a show match, man.
No, I didn't mean that as like shots fired. It's just true. Todd doesn't play as much as me anymore. So, as far as
How
talking
much do you
about
play,
this
though?
expedition,
It's probably
loss,
true, though. I think it's probably true, but I think you underestimate how much I play, though. I have a decent amount of games this season for a retired
well,
player who's a
didn't
caster.
know. I didn't think you were playing anything.
How many games do you have this season?
I don't know. You want me to log in and check?
I have 300 games this season. That's not bad, no?
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so you know expedition lost then.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it's vetoed. I've casted some of it.
But
Hey,
you agree it's terrible in
I know
terms of
it's-
Zerg.
yeah, yeah.
Alright, guys.
The TVC I've casted on it, Terran and no chance, yeah. But like when I heard you start complaining, I pictured like PVT and I was like, oh no fucking way, like
Yeah, you immediately like imagine Protoss versus Terran. It says
yes.
goes back and forth.
So,
with
so
that.
the show match isn't happening. Is basically what we're saying.
We can play
I
without
don't-
money if you for fun.
I don't have a beef with Todd, so I don't need
No.
to prove anything.
Oh, you're so kind, Morrow. Alright, next up, do Maynard... Why is the question bad? Is Maynard gonna cast major events soon? Because his casting is freaking good, in my opinion. From,
Oh my God.
From a dude on Reddit.
Thanks, dude, on Reddit.
Did you make a Smurf account, Maynard?
Yeah, totally. I had a lot of time during this show to just make a new Smurf account and start posting questions. It's been good. I've gotten 3 questions now. But no, in all seriousness, I plan to. The shit thing was mentioned a long time ago, but after I did the Katowice after I went to Poland for that, I used pretty much all my annual leave for work, and I'm a full-time worker, so I actually, I get offers sometimes to go to international tournaments, but I have to turn them down, which sucks because, you don't know if you'll get another offer if you keep turning them down, sort of thing. So I do want to, and I will if I can, but I need to accumulate a bit more leave, so not till later in the year, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
I am casting this weekend, though, in Australia, like for an Australian LAN.
Nice.
They're easy to
ACL,
get to.
right?
The ACL, that's right.
Yeah, what a great...
Unfortunately, it's on the same weekend as GSL Grand Final and WCS Round of 16, which obviously sucks, but it's on a time zone where it should be on between
Yeah,
for
that's
people to
right.
watch. If
If
you're a fan,
you get offered to cast BlizzCon and you have no leave, what are you gonna do?
quit my job. I'll
Damn.
go to BlizzCon no matter
For
what.
real, for real. Are you
Damn.
for real?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
let's make something happen for BlizzCon.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
BlizzCon's like, I mean, it's a dream for every player and it's a dream for every personality, man. You make it at BlizzCon, that's as good as it gets. So
It's
if I can
kinda
do that, that's like I've done everything that I ever thought. I actually already have exceeded my expectations as a hobby caster. Like I'm not a paid caster. I do it for fun.
So if you had a chance to go full time esports, would you?
I have been offered. I have had that chance several times, but it hasn't been good enough to give up a life that
So monetarily, you mean?
I think is already
Basically.
pretty good. Yeah, basically. Well, I mean, in Australia, I have a house, car, and money and stuff like that. But if I go to if I go to Germany and work for ESL, then I have half the amount of money. I don't know the language. I have just
Yeah, but passion.
Yeah,
You have
passion. Well, I mean, I do as much. I am passionate about the game, but I thought it was just smarter to to stay here and travel internationally.
Yeah.
Like casting is a job for me. You know, you don't really have heaps of insurance as to what you're going to be in 5 years' time. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's. Oh, if only esports was bigger for everyone.
if only.
Yeah, if only. How do you feel about DRG and Teja not making Code A? Are they done? Huck.
I mean, they've both been like kind of in a slump for a while, but it's hard to say how long that lasts. I mean, it's up to each player, you know. If they continue what they're doing, then yeah, they're probably done. But if they turn around and they start practicing all of a sudden, then they'll be good. You know, we've seen players like come and go, players that have like slumped and then come back and been really strong. So it just depends, you know, where their motivation lies, to be honest. And I don't think the best of either of them, motivation-wise. I like both of them. I'm friends with both of them. But motivation-wise, I haven't seen them be too passionate about the game lately. For like, and by lately, I mean like the last couple to a few years.
Okay. Who's excited about Chobra casting Starcraft 2?
Whoa. Let's make
I
a
don't think he's
clarification
casting.
here. Yeah, he's hosting. He's a host. So
He's kind of
he'll be-
like well, Red Eye, right? Like that role.
Yeah. So he might do like some like throwback on analysis desk, and I think he has enough knowledge where he could do that job, but he won't be casting.
And to answer the question, I'm actually pretty hyped about this hosting. Like every time I talk to anybody that's like a host, they always tell me like he's really, really good. He's the best. Is what I've heard from like many of the hosts themselves who are doing really well in the scene. So I think I probably agree with them. Like he does really, really good, like translating and just hosting in general. He's done a lot of big events actually. Not always for Starcraft though.
Yeah, he's definitely has quite a big resume. He's the man for the job. Parting Mana beating Puck Pig. How do you feel about the games, particularly the one with the Mass Adept beating Immortal Stalker Zealot? Puck, did you see the games?
You're gonna have to repeat the question. Sorry.
When Parting in Mana beat Puck and Pig with Mass Adept versus Immortal Stalker Zealot.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about that?
Depths are
Was that
really
the game on
strong.
Echo?
I think most of the games. Whenever I played, I mean, I tried playing like normal Blink Stalkers and stuff against Night End, and he 3-0'd me and takes the league with just like Adepts. So it seems like Adepts are just really, really strong in the matchup. I don't know what you want me to say besides that. They just seem like the best unit to make in every way in that matchup. So
Only in PvP, no?
they apparently
I think
have
they're
some
pretty good in PvT as well.
in PvZ as well. They're just like super, super tanky is what it comes down to. Their rate of fire is really slow, but I think they 2 or 3 shot Marines, and then even PvZ, they're just so tanky. They're just like the bread and butter now. All of a sudden for Protoss and Legacy of the Void, it seems.
They have the upgrade as well, right? Like they get an extra 50 hit points basically, and
Yeah.
they are like stronger, tankier than Zealots, and they have that ability, and they're ranged.
Yep,
So
pretty much.
no reason not to make them.
Okay. All right. Game of Thrones season 5 ended. How would you recast the host of the show into Game of Thrones? Desro as Sam, Huck as Jon Snow, Morrow as Reek, Nathanius as Stannis. Could someone in
I
chat?
haven't seen the final episode.
Could someone in chat make a Game of Thrones promo with these guys already?
I just love that
Mara,
you're
don't look at chat, man. You're gonna get it spoiled right
Mara
now.
as Joffrey.
Spoilers like this.
Mo as Joffrey? Man. Turn! He starts complaining about Turn.
Joffrey.
Do you have beef against Todd yet? Like that's a pretty harsh comment.
Todd is always a D-bag to me, so I'm used to it.
Do you know Moman? Like there's like a test that you can do on Facebook where like it tells you which character you're the closest to in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And like Moman, he did the test and he got that big guy, like the guy who killed like a White Walker,
Oh,
Oh,
the
wait.
friend of Jon Snow.
Sam.
Yeah,
Sam,
he got
yeah.
that guy, woman. So he just wrote like
Wow.
and posted the status.
Rip.
See, that would be the type of test that I would take, and if I got that guy, I would never post. I would take that shit to the grave, man. If I was Sam, what's his name? Sam Tarley or Tully or
Yeah.
something, I would take that shit to the grave.
So are you the guy that got like Slytherin with the Harry Potter ones?
No,
and
I
you
would be
never
proud
told?
to post Slytherin, man. I wouldn't care about that.
Wow, what the hell, this guy?
What's wrong with Slytherin?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all about that Gryffindor, baby. Those lions.
Dude, you would be in Hufflepuff. Let's not fucking play any games here, alright?
Wow.
You'd for sure be in Hufflepuff, alright?
This
Yeah,
guy, he's
it's
fucking
true.
ruthless.
It's fucking true, man. Come on.
Oh man. At everyone, what do you feel about SK Telecom going undefeated in this round of Pro League? What do you guys think about the SKT players? Todd, I mean, they have Classic, they have Innovation, they have Dream. Makes sense, right?
What do I think about the SKT players? That's the question.
Yeah, like they went undefeated in Pro League, man. You gotta like jerk them off a little bit. Who else is gonna
Well,
do
I
it?
mean, it's about time they did. They're freaking SKT, man. They're like a legendary team from Starcraft Brood War. I don't know. Like they did well. Like it's not surprising. I'm not sure what to say to this. It's
Okay.
like it's like if you ask me, what do you think about like Bolt and Hydra doing well in WCS Season 1? Well, who would have thought, man?
Okay.
You should ask someone, man. Fuck it.
Mo, you have an opinion about SKT? I have a better question for you.
I kind of side with Todd here. They're
I
good.
have a better question for you then, Mo. What do you think about Naniwa? Will Naniwa be the best foreigner again, and how is he doing at the moment?
He's not the best foreigner right now, but he's working very hard towards it. But he's one of the best. He's definitely in the top 10 right now. So, but yeah, I think with some more work, give it a few months, and I think he could very well be the best foreigner again.
Okay.
But do you think he came back because he missed the game or for a payday?
No, he started playing a little bit, and then he just thought it was very fun. And I guess he got kind of bored with League of Legends, because right now he's not talking too great about that game. But he tried to go pro for that basically, but he quit on League of Legends, I think, because he got bored of the game,
Or because
and
he got
not
banned,
because it was too hard.
or because he got banned
Oh.
and he couldn't flame in chat.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, I think
All
I
the
think-
pleasure from the game was taken away.
But also it could probably be also that any player who's quit StarCraft 2, like Maynard said earlier in this show, like you always see them coming around again, coming back. It's kind of how it is with StarCraft 2, because you've been doing it like your whole life, and you don't know what else to do, and none of them knows that he's very good at StarCraft, and he doesn't know a lot of other things that he's that good at. So
Well, that's right. I mean,
it's kind of natural that you come back if you enjoy the game.
think about like Marine King and stuff. Like when he retired and everyone was really sad. You switch games, but you don't get that glory again. You know, like the thing that sort of on stage big glory fan base, that hype that you feel, that drive and all sort of stuff that you get from that game that you've been better at, and then you go to another game and you don't get it. Like, sure, you want to try something different, but it's that I think they come back for the glory, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been on top and they want to be on top again.
No troll. Why is there no US pro player in StarCraft? Is StarCraft 2 dead in the US? Canadians, French, Scandinavians, German, but there's no US guys.
I think it's a dumb question.
Why?
Asking if StarCraft's dead in the US.
But there's no pros though.
No, not in StarCraft. There's just like why there's no pro, which actually, like, if you think
Oh
about
no,
it,
okay, yeah, okay. I take it back.
I think there's pros. I just think being a pro gamer in general in the U.S. is a lot
there's-
harder to be. Like, it's easy to be all in, or it's not even. How could I explain this? In Europe, it's a lot easier to be a semi-successful pro gamer than it is in the U.S. In the U.S., you go from high school and then you finish high school and then you have like a very hard choice to make. Like, you either go all in pro gamer and you hope to make it and make like a lot of money and do really well, or you really got to consider your future. Where a lot of the people in Europe, you get out of high school, you can kind of put off school. You can like, you know, wait a little bit, take a few years off, and then go to school, or, you know, figure out what you want to do later. In the U.S., you know, most people, they have to take out loans, or, you know, they have to pay an extreme amount of money to go to school. In Europe, they have more opportunities to not only support themselves when they're not working or when they're not in school, but as well, they don't have to worry about their future as much as in the U.S. The U.S. has a lot less social programs, so you got to kind of be a lot more all in than you would in Europe. That would be my best guess.
But if we look like historically, there was like SUPI, QXC.
Well, I would count Canada kind of like the U.S., to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah, but like in terms of like purely American players, like it's,
yeah, but there was
it's a bit weird. There's no full-time player, not one.
Idra was like one of the, you know, he was a very successful player early on. But like I said, you got to be all in. So StarCraft 2 is not as big. We're not seeing people sign 60, 80, $100,000 contracts anymore. You have people that are like, you know what, I got to go to school. If I miss this opportunity now, it's going to be hard to get back into it. Where in Europe, if you take a few years off of school, you always have that opportunity to go back later, and you don't have to pay, you know, tens of thousands of dollars to go to school. Mm-hmm. And you also have all these social programs that support you on a day-to-day basis. Where in the U.S., if you're not working, you're not going to school, you don't have shit. Like, that's it. Like, you need to make money off of esports, or you have nothing.
Yeah, that's
Is
actually
it not
a really
the same
good
in Korea?
explanation.
It is the same in Korea, but Korea is a lot more centralized. So you have basically these few small cities that are very close together. In the U.S., you're spread apart, and it's just, I don't know. But that's maybe why Koreans are so
I think
good.
in Korea it's much easier. I think it's much easier to take time off school because like you have army after. Like a lot of players, they have like pro gaming years into army. And like if they're not successful, then they can go back to school before. But I've heard about so many people like from Korea that work for gamers and like they finish their school online as well. So it seemed really easy there for them to like do school stuff.
Yes and no. It's like very top heavy. So if you want like to get into a really good school, which is actually very important in Korea, then you have to work your ass off. But at the same time, like you said, MC has gotten college credits from being a pro gamer. So they do have ways that you can earn like points or whatever system they use for university or college in Korea by just being a pro gamer, if you're good enough. So like MC back in his heyday when he was really good, he actually got, you know, certain classes that he basically did nothing in, but it counted because he was so good at pro gaming. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird system. It's, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I really feel like we missed our window for the US and Canada. With all the region locking, we just never had teams invest for players' salary. And with Legacy of the Void, I highly doubt that it'll be sustainable enough to have people go full-time. Because we had, like, Kane take a year full-time. We had Supi take a year full-time. We had Puck take a year full-time. We had QXC basically going full-time. And Scarlet, Huck. And that's basically it. I mean, maybe I'm forgetting someone. But the amount of full-time people we had is, like, very low compared to Europe.
No, there was a lot of people originally in StarCraft before Heart of the Swarm. There was like In Control, Machine, like all these guys, they were full-time.
This guy. You count them as full-time?
They were playing StarCraft full-time.
That was their job.
Of course I
Yeah,
count
that was their job.
Yeah, okay. Being a role player and making commercials for EG is full-time. Great. Today I learned. Alright, I think that's it for Remax, guys. We covered every question. Thank you everyone for coming on. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who asked questions on Reddit, Twitter. Sorry if we didn't get to it. Let's do the shoutouts and call it a day. Mo, where are you to? What are you up to next? You have any plans for the Potariwa?
No plans. No plans as far as that goes. My next thing that I need to do is fix my sleep schedule and get back to streaming regularly. So you can check out my stream at twitch.tv/Morrow. That's pretty much it for me. Thanks for the invite to the show. It's been a pleasure, and it was nice to meet you, Maynard.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yeah. What about you, Maynard? What are you up to next?
Well, I got ACL this weekend, which I'm really excited for. It's not like a lot of the best players are internationally, like Pig and Petraeus, and I guess are all going to be overseas while it's on, which is a bit of a shame. But that does mean it's going to be pretty open, so anyone could win it basically. So pretty excited to see all my Aussie SC2 mates again, and I'm going to be casting with Zeph on the weekend, and that'll be on in between WCS and GSL. So GSL is only on Sunday, I think, right? Yeah, Sunday. So ACL this weekend, and then who knows, some international tournament sometime, I hope.
Yeah.
And and I should probably promote my stream. I'm really bad at this. I review whiskey and music. If you're into that sort of thing, I do it every Friday night my time, which is like Friday morning, Friday afternoon for the North Coast or for the northern countries. So I generally ladder or play another game while listening to an album and review a whiskey. So if you like it, then by all means, Twitch TV/Maynard. Give me a follow. Check it out.
Nice.
What about YouTube? Aren't you gonna view this soon?
I did actually. Thanks for that. I gave a shout out to you on stream as well because you were the guy that sorted it out, man. But I got my first YouTube bot up now.
What is it?
It's not playing Star. It's my first ever time that I've not played Starcraft on stream. So it's my first VOD as a non-Starcraft VOD.
But what is your YouTube though?
Maynard SC2.
Okay. I will sub right now.
Oh, what a friend.
Thanks, bro.
What about you, Todd?
Come on.
What are you up to next?
I'm gonna be casting at WCS.
Are we gonna eat a poutine?
No, man, dude, I'm on a very strict diet. Like, I'm not doing this stuff again. It's really bad for health. Yeah, I'm gonna be casting at WCS, doing like quite a bit of analysis as well. Like, there is actually a massive talent group. Like, we're a lot of commentators, analysis guys there, so it's gonna be fun. Like, just hanging out with everyone. And there is also gonna be the Battlegrounds Archon tournament at the same time, in which we're going to cast some of the games for that as well. So if you guys are going to Toronto or thinking about going, you can sign up for that too. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. There's going to be Home Story Cup shortly after, at the beginning of next month. I'll be going there as well. Not as a player for once, at all take, okay. I've got enough 0-4 in the group stages, not this time. I'll just commentate.
Lol.
Yeah, that's all.
Nice. What about you, Chris? What are you up to next, my man?
All right, first of all, I want to say fuck you to all the fuckboys in chat. I felt like my US to EU description was actually pretty good and well thought out.
It was really good.
Yeah, like it makes fucking sense, and all these fuckboys are like, where's this free college in Europe? You get the point, man. US is way more expensive and a lot harder and a lot less social programs. Fuck all you fuckboys, first of all. Second, I'll be going to WCS as well. Some of those talented people, as Todd was speaking with, going to have lots of fun. It's my first major event, I would say. I mean, group stages WCS is cool and all, but this is the bigger show. I mean, the only thing bigger than this would be BlizzCon. And then, as well as Todd, I'm going to be going to Home Story Cup, so I'll see you there as well, Todd. And yeah,
As a player?
As a player, man, I'm still living the dream for now. Gotta wait.
You haven't had enough of this 0-4 like me, though.
If I go 0-4, I'm gonna have to consider my options, I guess. I think last time I went, actually, I barely didn't make it out, and I lost to Harston, but I think I was third place in the group. So I don't know. Holding on to the dream for now, and thank you, of course, for everybody that watched, even the fuckboys, and you guys for coming on the show.
So big thanks to everyone for watching. I want to thank the Patreon real quick. Nightfall Yo, Lucid, Zealous Sam. Thank you for being our supply depots, overlords, and pylons. Make sure to follow the channel here on Twitch. Make sure to check out the YouTube for the VODs that are going to be posted later tonight. And I'll be at WCS this weekend, so if you want to come say hi, I'm really hard to miss, unless you don't have your glasses. But yeah, just come say hi. We'll hang out, watch the games, have a little bit of fun. I won't be casting or anything. I'll be the official fangirl of Chris, following him around. We're gonna eat a poutine, right?
Do you call it like? Do you say it up like a poutine or just yeah? But can it just
eat
be
a poutine?
Aren't we going to eat poutine? Why does it have to be a poutine?
It's a poutine. It's one.
A poutine?
Yeah, a poutine.
Are we gonna share one then, like Lady and the Tramp style?
Yeah.
You have like a little fry, and then we just come closer and closer until we kiss or something.
Of course. That's the
Shit's
dream.
hot.
Of course not.
All right. So thank you everyone again, and have a good week. See you guys later.